Hello and welcome everyone to PW OnlyIAS English. So finally, the much awaited UPSC CSE notification for 2025 is out. There's a bit of good news and bad news. Good news is that you get another shot in your arm to start preparing, to start revising for the last leg of your preparation. 11th of February is the last date, and the vacancies this time have been reduced to 979, but this is just a tentative number of vacancies. It has been observed that the number of vacancies increase every year by 50-70 because certain ministries, certain state governments, they send the number to DOPT after certain stage. Now some changes have been brought about as to how to apply. One-time registration changes, then how would you be allowed to make any changes in the form finally submitted. All those things we are going to discuss in a span of next 5 to 7 minutes. So this notification thing should give you not the shivers but the shot in the arm, but the trigger that you should finally start preparing, that you should finally start revising in an effective manner. So let us see what is there. We'll refer to the official notification only insofar as your this thing is concerned. Let me first see whether you guys are live watching it or not. Okay, so here we are. Now let us have a look as to what is there in the official notification, what all factors you need to consider while finally sitting for your application, while you are applying for it. Notification is there. Candidates need to ensure their eligibility. What should be the cutoff date? Are you eligible? We are going to talk about all those factors. How to apply? The link is there, upsconline.gov.in. Make sure that you are with your guardian or you are with your parents while you are making filling up the form, because throughout your lifetime, no changes will be applied in the one-time registration on the UPSC website. One-time registration is a one-time act for all your successive attempts at UPSC civil services exam, not just civil services but any exam of UPSC. So fill that thing, the OTR profile thing, very carefully. When you are filling up the form, you should be very careful about this thing. Okay, now for your convenience, what UPSC has done is the date of application, last date of application is 11th February 2025. So after 11th February, for another 7 days, they will allow the candidate to make any changes. Okay, they will allow the candidate to make any changes in the one-time registration profile on the UPSC website for any examination. Later on, you decide to apply for CAPF or any examination apart from UPSC civil services exam. This one-time registration is the one-time activity. 11th of February plus 7 days, that is till 18th of February, they will allow this. Now, will they allow any change in the form? Will they allow you to make any change in the form once you are done with the application? Yes, again from 12th February to 18th February 2025, they will allow you to make changes in the form for another 7 days. But you should avoid this. That is why I am saying that you should be having your parents by your side, you should be having some guardian by your side so that you don't end up doing some blunders. This will cost you heavily. Choose your optional carefully. You should have decided your optional subject well in advance, even though it has been observed that the commission, UPSC, has been very lenient insofar as allowing the changes is concerned. Nonetheless, we would do our part very carefully. I'm just trying to help you guys see it carefully. You can download it from the Telegram channel also, the official notification, okay? Because here it is a little blurry because of excessive white light. Okay, now last date for receipt of applications is 11th of February. Now, should you jump into application right away, right now? Yes. Why? Why should you? Because if you want the center of your choice, if you want the city in which you are residing to be given to you as a center, provided that is the center, available center in the list of UPSC centers, then you should apply ASAP. As soon as possible, but you should keep your details handy, and if in case you need any help, our helpline number is there. We are there for your convenience. Telegram, the helpline number of PW OnlyIAS, you can reach out to us, but fill it up very carefully. Do not commit any kind of blunders like Pooja Khedkar, that you are using fake disability certificate or EWS certificate. No, don't do those kind of fake things. Don't fudge any kind of document, right? Be as honest, that will help you in the long run. Or rather, these days it is very, very scary to do those kind of things. You all know about Pooja Khetkar controversy, right? So now, penalty for wrong answers, everything remains the same. Online question paper representation portal. The commission has introduced a time frame of 7 days from the next day of examination, 6 p.m. That is next day of examination of the 7 day is fixed for candidates to make representations to the commission on the questions asked in the papers of examination. Any representation regarding a mistake in the question, etc., will be entertained by the Union Public Service Commission for 7 days from the next day of the exam. If the exam happens on 25th of May, 26th of May, after 26th of May, 7 days, you can file your petitions. You can petition UPSC that yes, there is some mistake. Okay, such representations must be submitted through online question paper representation portal. So, what a transparent body it is. You all know, like what UPSC does is, it is rendering itself accountable to the students community, that yes, they accept the fact that there could be mistakes from their side also, so they are giving you this option. Am I audible? Okay, so these things are there. Yeah, this is working fine. Facilitation counter for helpline for the guidance of candidates. This is a formal way to accept your calls, etc. But you should not be having to resort to this. Why? Because we as teachers, as mentors are available at PW OnlyIAS English channel. A dedicated helpline number has been given. So any query with regard to filling up your form can be checked with the helpline desk number. Okay, so online question paper representation is there. Mobile phones are banned. If you are a first time applicant, do read it carefully. Mobile phones are banned, everything. You need to go through this thing as a religious scripture so that you are not on the wrong side of the rules. Instructions in respect of uploading of photograph while filling up. The photograph uploaded by the candidate should not be of the childhood. It should be of the recent days, not more than 10 days older from the date of application. Okay, ensure that the name of candidate and the date on which the photograph was taken are clearly mentioned on the photograph. Candidate's face should occupy 3/4 of the space in photograph. Candidate's name, candidate's face, those things are very clearly mentioned. Okay, candidate should reach the venue of the examination well at least 30 days. You must have seen a lot of videos there on the YouTube that a candidate with her parents was not allowed the entry because she was late by 5-7 minutes. Okay, so don't commit those kind of mistakes. I will come up with another session a few days before the prelims 2025 to acquaint you with those blunders that you are not supposed to commit on the final fateful day of appearing in the examination. Clear? So those things we need to be very careful about. Now, moving further, all these details you need to refer. First three are All India Services, wherein you get the cadre in any state, IAS, IPS and this forest service. Okay, not the first three, but the forest service. Okay, so we should vie for IAS. All we need is a rank under 100. We should not be worried about less number of vacancies this time. As I said, vacancies sometimes they increase by 100 and 150 also. Reserve list that is maintained by UPSC, the waiting list, they resort to the waiting list also sometimes to call the candidates from the previous days list also. Okay, so these things are there. Notification thing you can refer to carefully. Depending upon your state cadre, etc., read it carefully. That mains wala part we will talk about later on. So the important things for you are OTR, one-time registration. Be very, very careful. Be with your guardian or have your details handy, date of birth, etc., name. What name do you want to use? If you are from reserved category, SC, ST or OBC, then your certificate should be valid one. You should not be, whatever the name in your certificate, reservation certificate or your 10th certificate, that name should be matching with the name that you are filling. So those activities, those details of one-time registration, you should be very, very particular about, right? Otherwise, once you commit the mistake, that mistake would not be allowed to be rectified after 7 days of the final date of filling up the form. That is from 11th February, the last date for application. They will allow only 7 days only for correction. Those 7 days are not an extension of the deadline. Please bear in mind. Somebody might get confused that, okay, these 7 days are going to be an extension that I can apply in the grace period. No, that is the period given only to the people, the candidates, the students who have already filled up the form and only want to make some changes, right? So you should have filled up the form, then only you would be given that opportunity. All right. So these are the details. Now, okay, what date should be mentioned on the EWA certificate? You can check all these queries. I will post answers on my Telegram channel, that is Jatin Verma PW OnlyIAS English channel. You can mention all your doubts. There is a group created alongside the channel. Join that discussion group. All your queries would be answered over there. Now, these are the services, a list of services, how much disability is allowed, etc. As I said, if you are a first timer, go for the thorough reading of this notification for at least a day or two. Okay, if you are appearing from a center which happens to be the capital city of your state, since many of the, for example, Madhya Pradesh, if you are choosing the center Indore or Bhopal, then a lot of candidates from different cities would be filling up Bhopal as their center or Indore as their center. So then you should act on time. You should not waste much time before filling up the form. Having said that, at the same time, you should not commit any mistake because if you commit any mistake, your application for this year would be gone. Right? Now, my advice to those who are thinking to postpone the exam after all the hype, hoopla, a lot of noise that should I apply or not, you get confused out of terror, out of fear that a lot of people are watching these videos, should I apply this time or not? Do not commit the blunder of postponing it to next year. Why? That year would never come wherein you would be 100% satisfied, you would be 100% confident that you know everything under the sky of UPSC. That day would never come. As a mentor, I am telling you, otherwise I remain very serious in the classes. But yes, I also have committed this blunder that being a general category candidate, I postponed my first exam, my first attempt at UPSC Civil Services exam when I was a kid like you and I was a new chap to UPSC. But did it make any change in my first year preparation and second year preparation? No. The only change that happened is I would have read a few extra books, but the confidence level went down because of increasing time that I had taken, right? So don't commit that kind of a blunder. Write it here and now itself. 100 days, 100 plus days are more than enough to make a dent in the UPSC preparation. Are you getting it? If you are serious for these 100 plus days, I can assure you, you can turn the tables. You can turn the fortunes to your favor, yes, and I'm very serious about it. Read what is required for this exam. Then you will see that your confidence level, your marks in the mock test that you are attempting will definitely shoot up. Gradually though, with every passing day, if you are reading only what is to be read, if you are giving time to previous year questions to develop that eyesight as to what is to be read, these 979 vacancies are of no matter, no use to you. What you need is top 100 vacancies. You should only be, anybody who wants to be an IAS officer, they should only be concerned about top 100. I know many friends of mine who got 115 rank, many students, and they are again writing the attempt. So 979 number of vacancies is less or not, these things should not bog you down. You haven't read XYZ Chamatkari book or any magical book of UPSC which a teacher told you, doesn't matter, because what matters is the confidence, what matters is your sincerity for these next 100 days. Okay, to see yourself writing mains examination. So this is all. I leave you with this thought. Start preparing diligently with all the sincerity, right? Okay, Uday Chaudhary, you can ask these type of details, whether you are supposed to, whatever your personal questions are. I have answered the general questions. Your personal questions, can colorblind apply? Yes, colorblind can apply. I was recently sitting in the UPSC mock interviews. Colorblind people cannot apply, cannot choose IPS, okay, because they have to shoot, etc. So only a few services they are barred from. But In general, can they apply for UPSC Civil Services exam? Answer is a bold yes, right? So these things are there. Now, my point is, decide now and give it your all for next 110 days. 100 days, 10 days for your laziness, etc., planning. Some days will be there wherein you won't feel like studying, but 100 days are enough to crack prelims. Yes, if you study what is to be studied, if you read what is to be read, if you do what is to be done. Don't be guided by your thoughts, your whims and fancies that today I would read polity, tomorrow I would read ancient history, and then won't revise it. Don't commit those mistakes. 100 days are enough to see you through the prelims, whatever be the cutoff. Yes, PYQs are a guiding factor, previous year questions, your books, your self-study is going to be a determining factor. We at PW OnlyIAS English are coming up with all sorts of help for you to streamline your revision. Udan series has already been started. Every day in the evening, a lecture is being uploaded here on this particular YouTube channel. You can subscribe to that also. You can follow that also to streamline your revision. We are teaching you what is to be read. So all these things are there. You can follow, then that will help you streamline your last leg of revision, right? Abbreviations, etc., all these things are there. So as I said, even though prima facie the number of vacancies have gone down, these things are there. You should not be bogged down by these things, right? You can apply today, but my suggestion to all of you will be to first read this UPSC notification thoroughly, which has been uploaded on our my Telegram channel also, and on PW OnlyIAS UPSC channel also. You can download this PDF, read it thoroughly, browse through the other people's doubts so that you are not committing any blunder. Have latest photograph of yours, last 10 days, that photo should be clicked in. That photo should resemble the actual you, okay, your signatures, the size of signatures, so that when you sit out to actually fill up the form, you are not wavering from here to there. And be surrounded by your guardian. Make somebody, your father, your mother, your elder brother, read this notification. Some of your college seniors, take somebody's help. And still, if you find yourself stuck with any doubt with regard to filling up of this form, you can call our helpline number. You can reach out to me on the Telegram group. We would be happy to help you. With this, I conclude this video and I wish you all the very best. With this, I leave you with the last thought. Don't postpone it to next year, because that next year would never come wherein you would feel 100% confident, especially for an exam like UPSC Civil Services exam. The probability of any topic you don't know of being asked in the exam is 1:10,000, right? So don't take chance, don't postpone it to next year. This year has to be yours. Write at least mains this year. Try to think of only prelims, and your mains preparation should continue only till maximum 10th of February. Maximum 10th of February. After that, you should switch gears completely towards your prelims preparation, because prelims is the trickiest in this entire game. Prelims, mains, interview. Prelims is the trickiest. Okay. So with this, I conclude this video. Wish you all the very best. Thank you, guys.